Hello and welcome to another visit by Yeti to the Poetry Cafe. Yes, some more live Yeti. Woohoo! Hello, got the hat on, got the Stridges t-shirt on, and oh yes, new Converse. Yes, so we're pretty much ready to go. We're starting any minute now. Hello, and welcome to an evening with me, Yeti, and him over there, John Smallshot. If I can't have a bulldog, then I want a gorilla. It would be really brill, it would be such a thriller. Because gorillas are cool. Have you seen them in spats? Just like smart city gents in their posh bowler hats. You can take one to lunch somewhere in the West End. No folk won't bat an eyelid, it's just about what you spend. They can swing from the lights, cause the waiter to trip. That'll be overlooked for a generous tip. Yeah, a gorilla's just great, but it's still not as kind, nor as faithful a friend. Can I not change your mind? Because if I can't have a bulldog that is happy to bark, then I want me a goldfish or a razor-toothed shark. If I can't have a bulldog, then I want me a cheetah or a very large goat that's a natural bleater. Because a cheetah's got style and a quite pleasant roar, with the sort of fab spots that are hard to ignore. I would walk down the street with my cat on a lead. I would dress him up nice and I'd ride him at speed. We would ride on the bus just to see the crowd scatter, roll a cake round the mole, like it just didn't matter. Yeah, a cheetah's just swell, but it's all about show. I don't want a companion who can teach me to sew. No, if I can't have a bulldog or some similar pet, then I'll make do with some fruit or a nice ripe courgette. If I can't have a bulldog, then I want some good reasons. I just want a loyal canine, just a hound for all seasons. Because a dog's life's just swell, also terribly jolly, from the smallest chihuahua to the shaggiest collie. Their weekdays spent drooling, weekends doing tricks, just to earn doggy chews, more than one, at least 6. It don't matter one bit if their eyelids are sagging, because the whole world still loves them with their tails up and wagging. Yes, it's a four-legged friend that my heart's really craving, whether nicely polite or quite badly behaving. But if a sweet shaggy pup comes between us, we two, then I'm sure that you've guessed, I'll take that mutt over you. This is a bit of a different one. This is from Rollercoaster. This is called He Sang. Wednesday nights, every week at 9 o'clock on the dot, business suited, umbrella laden, briefcase in hand, he sings karaoke, always sad songs, usually sometimes recalling women's names. Oh, Diane, Rhiannon, Michelle, even the upbeat ones, Angels, Daydream Believer, Borderline, he sings with a sob in his voice. The bar always falling silent for him. He is well known around here for his performances. We used to doubt him, but all know different now. Those are real tears streaming down his face. It's no act. By the end, he usually breaks down totally, near hysterical, and has to be led away from the stage. It's all too much for him, having triggered a sorrow that he cannot control. All attempts to purge his pain having overcome him, powerless to harness a cure for his sorrow. Failing to find joy inside a song, joy to turn his life around. He sings, and when he does, we are moved by the depths he mines, moved by the soul-stretching limits he reaches. Such an enigma, such a draw to the crowd, until one week he never showed. He simply didn't come back. That night nobody felt like singing. They waited, but he didn't return, nor the next week. Perhaps, we reasoned, he is all cried out, trying to convince ourselves to think positively. We told each other he's okay, that singing his heart out finally helped him. The alternative is too mortifying to consider, that he snapped, couldn't cope any longer, that karaoke no longer heals his pain, that there was no other solution but to say goodbye, that he's gone, dropped off this world, slipped into some abyss and will not be back. But no, for our own sakes we cannot believe that. We reassure ourselves that he's well, has a new romance, or that the love of his life came back, that all love songs have a happy ending. If he can find happiness, then one day so shall we.
Right, it was never like this, the urgency in a woman's kiss. I think that the bedroom should be a forum for a woman to show a little decorum. But she just ripped off her gear and I stood there in fear. And stood there I did. And I did as she bid. It was never like this, but oh, this is bliss. That was a short one, wasn't it? Did you like that? BBC Radio 4 got the full blast of that. Okay. Monologue. Monologue. No, monologue. It's not L. How do you spell monologue? Anyway, it's L-O-G on the end. Monologue. I sleep now in monochrome on a mono bed in a mono home. And in those blacks and whites of my monochrome nights I dream, technically in faint hues, of reds and greens and blues. But she who left was the colour on my page, the spoken word upon my stage. And now in monochrome, like the howling winds outside the door, I moan and comb through the echoes to hear her voice. Can one of you out there email me sausage and mash? I've got no cash. There's nothing in fridge. Might as well jump off the bridge. I've sucked the marrow from me bones. Been in those out of bounds zones. I want to get out of this place. Go and get out of my face, but I'm in love with this race. I want to lay in her arms, be soothed by her balms, but my tendons and sinews make me feel I'm abused. I can do nothing but lose. If I trip out, I win, but I know that's a sin. And the brain becomes fused. Once again I'm abused by my mind that can't find some sandy cove full of peace, with no dogs and no police, just the gentle rhythm of the incense schism and the rock and roll, the tortured soul, and the baying blue sounds of the rabid man hounds that run riot from my eyes, feeding well on my sides. Can you not hear my cries? Let me feed on your lips, tasting fresh fish and chips. Let me wake from this dream, let me spew out the reams of my day in this way. I will find that sweet solace in some other than this dark place. The bell starts to ring. The dawn starts to smile. I have swallowed my bile, and for a while things are back to normal. Mental, the new quintessential. Have a good day.
The Carol Singers. I know it's not Christmas. It's near enough. Yeah, so you should start getting ready for Christmas now. And it's from Rollercoaster. That's right. The Carol Singers. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. Cruelly we are being held to ransom. After Halloween, so recently, this is becoming a habit. We wish you a Merry Christmas, oh little town of Bethlehem. The Carol Singers have come calling, faces sly and expectant like tax collectors, bailiffs, TV detector men, all vultures of one kind or other. Tuneful bleating thinly veils their true identities. They are after one thing and won't be satisfied by chocolate coins either. There is a group of them, a dozen or more, not thugs, but a mittened crowd of young and old from the local church. Yet we are no more safe than were they brightly Mohican terrorists. Ding dong merrily on high, God rest ye merry gentlemen. We must have stood at the door, open-mouthed, for far too long. They're looking restless. What have we got for them? Sweets? No, I've said they'll not be happy with those. Mince pies? As many as they can eat? No, quite unsuitable. Small change? Car keys? Family jewels? Priceless heirlooms? Anything. Take anything you want. Here, take this. It's £1,000. Will that do? Now please keep away at least until next year. The voices stop. The gift is taken and examined gingerly. The vicar nods. The gift is acceptable. His congregation put away the bricks and knuckle dusters, backing away in search of new victims. Back inside our safe haven we clasp one another, our bodies shaking, tearful and wordless, praying they won't return. Jingle bells, Batman smells. Their voices are taunting others now, yet continue to remind us of what we have experienced, stalking us still from afar. Already their reign of terror has moved on to different shores, but they will return with another silent night, and that will be shattered same time next year. Yeah, it's called A Face for Radio. He's got a great face for radio, said the man from School Careers. He's got a lovely speaking voice, making up for his sticky out ears. If he wants to work on telly, they'll say his face does sag. He'd have to read the local news from inside a paper bag. There are chances that he could work puppets or be a Teletubby, but he'd never make Blue Peter because his fingernails are grubby. He has poor taste in fashion, yes, he's really out of touch. Simply no one wears medallions. Tom Jones perhaps, not much. He'll never make a businessman or a hotshot city banker, though could be a ballerina if for that kind of fame does hanker. He might accept the cell to as a gargoyle or a beast at an ugly bug ball, but he'll never make an astronaut because he can't stand heights at all. Still, he's got a fine face for radio, presenting programmes and fishing and pottery, or if that does not work out, maybe he could be the voice of the National Lottery. Thank you. Rollercoaster. I am the driver with a racing car heart. Hark at them screaming, this is only the start. Faces are reddened with hair that's gone frizzy, crushed up like sardines, frustrated and busy. Turn a new corner, brakes screeching on rails, hold tight or pray if all else fails. One man's lost his dinner, another his drink, one woman's pacemaker has gone on the blink. Oh, the thrill of the rider, the thrill of the chase, the rush of the wind and the breeze in your face. Passengers calling, ride's only half done. They're panicking now, but there's nowhere to run. Around and around, sweeping on out, they're banging the windows, you can still hear them shout. Over rattle of carriages, the rumble of tracks, hundreds of travellers with panic attacks. The whole place is shaking, the carriages jump. We're nearly there now as the travellers slump. The train slows its journey, the underground crew say, please mind the gap, next stop, Waterloo. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed that. There's still some more to come, so join us again soon for more Live Yeti.
Welcome.
Hello and welcome to a new episode. No, it's not. Hello and welcome. Well,
Yeah, welcome.
To what? I don't know.